All right, Coach, has this sunk in yet? You're back home, the head coach of Providence College.
It hasn't. We've been busy doing a lot of things to develop our program right away, trying to hire a staff, trying to establish who we are, trying to set an early culture understanding of what it's going to take to win a Big East championship.
You've described leaving Fairfield.
Oh, yeah.
And the team and the situation, the family you had there is brutal. Besides coming back to your hometown, why was this the right move for you at this point?
Well, it's a dream come true for me. When you grow up in this city and you see when Providence College basketball is doing well, how it excites not just the city but the state of Rhode Island and New England. It is our hope and it is our vision and our goals to try to bring that enthusiasm and passion back to this area. And I know I'm the right guy for it. I really do. I want to come back here to take on this challenge.
Well, every Big East fan knows that the PC job is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have football like some of those top schools in the league have had the past few years. What ingredients are needed to make the Friars successful here?
I think the biggest thing is making sure you have a staff that understands what it is to win. I think before you have a great player, before you have a great talent, you need a great staff, a staff that's going to bond together, that's going to understand the players that fit at our college, that are going to go out beyond basketball and do some things. And I think that's where character comes in. I think beyond anything else, you need a great staff in order to have a great program.
In terms of on the basketball court, you've been here about a month. I'm sure there's some things you like, some things you don't like. But what pieces are needed now in the immediacy before you go into that first game?
I mean, we need some depth. We need someone who can probably shoot the ball a little bit more ball handling, some athletic size, the way we want to play. We want to make sure we identify people who really want to be here. I want somebody who wants us, and you may not get the best talent, but if you get the right person and the right fit, it is our job to develop their talent. We're not always going to get the most talented men, but we do want people who want to be here, and they better want to be here with character.
I remember when you were at Boston College with
Yep.
Al Skinner, and one of the things that made that staff so special was that you guys got those diamonds in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Smith from the West Coast to come out to Boston. Are you going to recruit as much nationally, or is establishing a Northeast presence more, the focus at this point?
Providence College is going to recruit the world. We really are. We want to find people who fit who we are, and they can be wherever they want to be in the country. Obviously, having the prep schools here and the uplift of local talent, we want to make sure we keep our best players home if possible. First and foremost, we don't want any of our players going anywhere else. If they're good enough and they're great people and they want to be here, we want them. If they're not, then we're going to outsource and we're going to go wherever we have to find someone to help us establish who we're going to be.
What's going to be the brand of PC Friar basketball when Jim Boeheim, when Rick Pitino, when Mike Bray are talking about your basketball team next season? What are they going to say?
It is our hope that they say they're incredibly disciplined, that they're really, really tough to play against, that we have to be prepared for multiple things that they do. They're unpredictable because they play so hard. We want to be known as a disciplined, tough-minded, overachieving group.
One of the things that has been criticized about Providence basketball the last couple of years has been the defensive end. Mm-hmm. And I was fortunate enough to see your Fairfield team these last couple of years, and you are atop the league, one of the better defensive teams in the nation. Mm-hmm. Is it more personnel? Is it more instilling a philosophy? How are those things going to change on the defensive end?
I think players buy into what you sell them. And I think if you talk to them on a daily basis and you coach that way, and you instill your philosophy, it's systematic in some way, personnel in another, but I think if you do the same things every day in some sense, players will buy into who you want to be and eventually what we would become.
With this year's Final Four, VCU,
Yeah.
Butler, truly shows that whether you're in a mid-major league, whether you're in the Big East, which is the best league in the country, it really doesn't matter per se some of the things that we get caught up in sometimes in terms of facilities, affiliation, but make no doubt about it, this is a monster league.
It's a monster league. It's a tough conference, best conference in the country. I love it, and that's the challenge. I love challenges, and the challenge for us is to try to get to the top half of the league. The challenge for us is to establish our brand, The challenge for us is to try to become a consistent winner year in and year out. No matter what job there is in the country, every job's tough. I'm more concerned with the things we have. I'm looking at the things we can sell. What we don't have, that's for somebody else to talk about. I'm here to tell you this place is an incredible place. It's going to be an incredible basketball school, and we're looking forward to try to attempt to win us a Big East championship.
Well, you already alluded to the coaching staff and the hiring and putting your team in place, and you brought up a lot of guys from that successful Fairfield coaching staff, but you just added someone special as well.
We're really excited to, to have Andre LaFleur. I've known Andre for a long time. He brings a Big East experience background, obviously national championship, and I think he's going to bring a lot to myself, to the college, and I'm hope we can have him for at least a couple of years because he's definitely a head coach. He's someone that is going to set the world on fire, as I always say. We're just glad that he's a part of our family.
Well, obviously we're talking now in April, which is a lot different of a season than the hoop season, but what right away has taken place here in Alumni Hall that the guys have not been used to in the past?
Well, I mean, we press a lot, so we do a lot of running, a lot of strength and conditioning. Individual workouts are big, one-on-one workouts, two-on-two, really building up the individual talent to make it a group effort. So we've been doing a lot of things that focus in on what we want to become. We want to be a physical unit, we want to be a fast unit, but more important than anything else, we want to be a disciplined unit.
Is it too early right now to ask about next year's schedule? Or
yeah, I really,
wise?
honestly haven't even got to the scheduling yet. I know there's some games that are in place. I think the schedule's almost done. But right now I'm so focused in on establishing who we're going to become. The schedule is what it is. We need to establish who we are.
Well, you're known as one of the most intense, most positive coaches in all of college basketball. How pumped up are you to see that crowd live at the Dunk and to really make this a home court advantage?
It is my goal as the head coach here, and you hear so many people talk about it's not their job. It is my job to make sure that we put a product on the floor that everybody in the country is going to be proud of. I'm looking forward to 12,500 fans every single night to help me build this program. It's our community that's going to help us build this program. And I would love for our kids to play in front of a sold-out house every single night. And I think these kids are going to deserve it. I'm excited to see that. I can't wait for the energy from the building because I think fans help you win games.
Well, the fans are going to be very, very excited about the guys that you bring in to be a part of this new program. Your early evaluations on the guys that are returning in the locker room next year?
We have a long way to go because, a change of philosophy, a change in mindset, a change in attitude. We need to have a presence every time. When we walk in life, we need to have a Providence College presence. And that is just a culture change for them. And our men will buy into it. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. I want young men that want to be here for the right reasons. And if they're not here for the right reasons, there are alternatives that they can have.
What's the message to the fans right now? When you're at the head of a Big East program, as you know, the excitement, the day-to-day, the scrutiny, the good, the bad, but the fact that realistically the next game is several months away, what would be the message you have for the fans right now in this offseason?
My message to the fans is give us an opportunity to develop this program the right way. Don't expect a flash in the pan for us to win championships right out the gate. Let's do it piece by piece. Let's build these guys' character base. Let's get these young men to graduate. Let's get everybody on the same page. That's why we need everyone in the stands. We need people that are open-armed and open-minded about what we're trying to do here. In time, we will build a championship program. Everyone wants instant gratification. I'm the first one that wants it if it's the right way and it's every single year. But let's not get caught up in having one great year and have 4 or 5 bad years. Let's build it, let's grow, let's compete, let's try to get to this, and ultimately the goal is championships. If they stay the course, we'll get there.
I know you're busy with recruiting. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.